In less than 24 hours, those lucky enough to acquire Sony's flagship next-generation PlayStation 5 console will be basking in the system's powerful hardware features, as well as some really cool software on day one. However, while the new hardware does bring with it some shiny new next-generation games that can only be played on the PlayStation 5 for the most part, many of the system's game offerings will also be playable on the PlayStation 4, and for quite some time. Before we go any further, be sure to hit the like button, as it truly helps out the video. And if you're new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon as well, so as soon as the new video goes live, you will certainly be notified. Alright, thank you so much. Let's jump right in. With the new PlayStation 5 hardware comes better resolution, including higher and more stable frame rates for games, in addition to the unique feature sets which accompany the impressive Dualsense controller with its haptic feedback ergonomics. Essentially, all of this does make for a better, more immersive gaming experience. Yet, for some games which are enhanced for the PlayStation 5, there may not be a rush to grab the PlayStation 5, as many are opting to stick with their current-gen consoles because those enhanced games will still be available on the current-gen systems, according to Sony Interactive Entertainment Vice President. In a recent interview with Japanese site AV Watch, he stated, "It may not be easy to develop PlayStation 5 specific development from day one. For the time being, development for the PlayStation 4 is also necessary. It's not a PlayStation unless you prepare a system that developers can exploit over several years. So I think there is a great potential in the future. In terms of compatibility, it is important to get PlayStation 4 titles on PlayStation 5. But I have insisted that forward compatibility, supplying the same titles to the PS5 as PS4, is important. The current assumption is that the transition from PS4 to PS5 will take about 3 years. In the meantime, how can I keep buying games on PS4? Can the purchased games be played on PS5? That is important. We asked developers to develop on the premise of cross-generation of PS4 and PS5. So, in other words, PlayStation 4 users can expect to also be in on all the PlayStation action coming to the PlayStation 5, for the most part for the next 3 years. But this does not mean there will not be any PlayStation 5 only games in the mix. For example, games like Demon's Souls, Ratchet & Clank, or Rift Apart, as well as Godfall, and many others will be PS5 only games, not playable on current-gen hardware. While, and as President Nishino points out, PS4 users over the next 3 years will be able to play games such as Spider-Man Miles Morales, Pathless, Horizon Zero Dawn Forbidden West, as well as other massive upcoming games like God of War Ragnarok on the PS4. The 3-year assumption might be a stretch, since the ambition of game development does increase quite a bit with each passing year. Our assumption is that Sony is trying to properly balance the scales with their loyal user base before needing to completely cut the cord of the previous generation. However, there is something else to consider: the potential of the PlayStation 5 Pro, which, if memory serves us, could be a direction Sony repeats near the year 3 mark of the PlayStation 5. Just food for thought. In the meantime, if you still have your reliable PS4 or PS4 Pro and unable to get your hands on Sony's shiny new tech, then when it comes to games, you might not be missing out on too much when you think about it. And there you have it.